Ciao, my name is Alessandro, but you can call me Uchi, and today we are going to be recruiting the best cast for the next greatest animated show ever in this game called Fliptoons. This is a competitive game for 1 to 4 players that plays in about 20 minutes, published by Thunderbolt Games, and it's some sort of like deck builder where you're basically gonna create a tableau every turn, and the tableau will be randomly selected depending on how you flip your cards, and that's why it's called Fliptoons. But I won't spoil you too much. We're gonna have a full how to play of the game plus a full 2 players playthrough. If you'd like to skip to the relative section, you can follow the timestamps in the chapters of the video on in the description below. And as usual, if I make any mistakes, they will be noted in the Klingon subtitles channel, so feel free to turn that on. Last but not least, I want to remind you that if you like this kind of content, you want to see more, you can leave a like to this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's not forget that almost 90% of the watch time hours on this channel come from non-subscribers. Not views, watch time hours. So why don't you help me, like, turn the tides around? Just flip these statistics over. We want 90% of the watch time hours coming from subscribers, so why don't you go ahead and subscribe right now? Do it! Or don't, it's totally up to you. I'm totally chill about it. Jokes aside, it is time to learn how to hire the best toons for our next greatest show. Let's learn how to play Fliptoons. And here we are ready to cast the next great animated show. That's what we're doing in Fliptoons. We're gonna try to hire the best animated stars to join our cast. The setup is pretty simple. There isn't that much setup because each player will get their starting deck of 6 starting cards. We will see them very soon. And then you basically take the toon deck, you shuffle all of it up, and you deal 5 of those cards to the market. And creating the market is pretty straightforward. You basically take the 5 fame cost cards for the market, and you take 5 cards from the top of the toon deck, and then you arrange the toon cards in the market depending on the number showing here in the left bottom corner of the art of each card. So in this case, the horse has a value of 10 and it is the lowest among the ones that we have drawn, so it goes in the 3 fame slot, while the deer, who has a 23, which is the highest that we have drawn, goes in the most expensive 15 fame slot. You also decide who's gonna be the first player. They're gonna get the first player token, and this is a critic's choice that is for now just set aside and will go to a specific player that is gonna be able to trigger the end of the game. Now in Fliptoons, player can play simultaneously the first part of the turn. The first phase of each turn is called flip, and what you're gonna do is taking your deck, your personal deck of toons, shuffling it up and dealing 6 cards in a 3x2 grid. And I will show you now how to do that. So in this case, these are all starting cards because they have the gray border, so you can recognize the starting cards from that, but also from the fact that they have a 0 down there. There can be like a lot of ways to distinguish the starting cards, and this is basically my grid composed. Now, each player starts with 6 cards in the deck only, but throughout the game you're gonna be adding cards to your deck or removing cards from your deck through dismissal. Now if you have more than 6 cards in your deck, you're only gonna be able to lay out until you fill this 3x2 grid. So all the cards that didn't get drawn stay in the deck and they can come out during following rounds. If you have less than 6 cards in your deck, which can also happen, in that case you fill your grid as much as you can, and then if you don't have any more cards, it's fine. You just move on, that's gonna be your grid. After that, you check how much fame you have gotten during your flip. Now, fame is represented by this icon that looks like a yellow coin at the bottom of each toon card. So in this case, I'm getting 2 fame from the snail, 1 from the bee, 0 from the caterpillar, 0 from the skunk with an extra ability that we're gonna read soon, 0 from the caterpillar, and 0 from the dragonfly, plus 1 per unique adjacent card. So in this case, I was very unlucky because I got a caterpillar, and the dragonfly got to the spot where he only has 2 cards adjacent, so this dragonfly is only gonna be worth 1 point. But if you were a different case, such this one, the dragonfly would be worth 3 points because I would have the bee, the skunk, and the caterpillar adjacent. So let's go back to the original case here, and I would have 2, 3, 4 fame in total. And you will be able to track how much fame you've gotten with your reference cards, and basically you see there's an arrow that will point at the amount of fame, and if you ever go over and you need to go to the red column, you just flip it and there's gonna be an arrow pointing at that. But for now, we got 4 fame. And both of these phases, so the flip and the check fame, can be done simultaneously by all players at the same time. At this point there is the market phase. During the market phase, each player can take up to 2 actions. There are only 2 types of actions in this game, so this means that you can take either the same type of action twice or 2 different type of actions, and that's totally up to you. So starting from the first player and going player order, each player will be able to resolve their market phase. As I said, there are 2 types of actions you can take. The first one is hiring a toon. So you're gonna spend your fame to be able to hire toons from the display. So in this case, I only got 4 fame, so I will only be able to hire either the horse or the snake because they cost 3 and 4 fame. Let's pretend for a second that I instead had 11 fame. In this case, I could actually be able to hire more than 1 toon because I said I have 2 actions. So if I wanted, I could hire the horse and a snake and I would have still 4 fame left over, but I cannot do anything with that because I exhausted all my market actions. Or I could, for example, hire the elephant and the snake, and again, I exhausted all my fame and all my actions, so I cannot do anything anymore. Or I could just either buy a cat, which is 10 fame. In that case, I would have 1 fame left and 1 market action left. Now, the second type of action you can take during your market phase is dismissing a toon. Dismissing a toon is sort of like trashing the toon out of your deck and adding it to your dismissed pile. Each player will have their dismissed pile because it can be important for cards such as the cat, which in this case, for example, says that it gains +1 fame per starting card in your dismissed cards. And to dismiss a card, you will have to pay 5 fame and you will have to choose a card in your grid and you're gonna be able to dismiss it from your deck. The exception to the 5 cost are the caterpillars that, as you can see, say cost 3 fame to dismiss instead of 5. So they're a little bit cheaper to dismiss because they're cute and a little bit useless. So I could, for example, with my 11 fame, take the elephant, put it in my draw pile, and then dismiss a caterpillar because why not? And that would be 10 fame. Or for example, I could keep the caterpillar and acquire the snake in my deck, and that would be my market phase. Now the market only reveals once the player has completed his market phase. So if I buy a toon from the market, I don't refill it immediately, but I need to complete my market phase to refill it. But the market phase will refill it before the next player's turn. So in this case, I would go ahead and drop again. It is a 4, so it's gonna go before the horse, and a 16. So the new order will be the butterfly, the horse, the cat, and the lion. And this will be the updated market for the next player. So the next player will take their market phase and so on until all players have taken their market phase in player order. At that point, there is the cleanup phase. During the cleanup phase, you basically pass the first player token to the next player in player order and you reset your deck. So you take your draw pile, your cards that you have just bought, all the cards in your grid, and then you reshuffle all of them. You put them together and then you shuffle them like that and you are ready for the next flip. In a 2-player game, something that happens during the cleanup phase is also that the cheapest and the most expensive cards in the market are gonna be discarded and you will have to refill the market once again. So we'll have a 20 that goes there and a 24, so everything slides down just like that, and this will be the market for the next round. When does the game end? At the beginning of the cleanup phase, you will actually all the time check if any of the players has reached at least 30 fame, 30 or exceeded 30 fame. If this condition is true during a round, the player that during that round has scored the most amount of fame will get the Critic's Choice card, and this will be worth 3 fame during the final flip. Because in this case, the game will not end immediately, but everybody will have one more round and we will resolve a final flip. So during the last round, during the final flip, everybody's gonna once again creating a 3x2 grid for the last time and checking their fame. The player who got the critic's choice will have a +3 fame added as a bonus for triggering the end of the game for their last flip, and at that point, the player with the most fame during the last flip will win the game. If there's a tie, the tied player will keep on going and flipping and doing another final flip until there's not a tie anymore. And this is basically all you need to know to play Fliptoons. Now, I just want to show you some of the cards to show you some of the mechanics of the game, and then we can jump into our playthrough. One card that I skipped over is, for example, the Skunk, that says if you have the least fame after the check fame phase, you can dismiss a card in your grid for 0. And the card that you dismiss can be that one. So the Skunk can be some sort of like catch-up mechanic to a certain extent, because it's gonna allow you to dismiss cards that don't really work with your engine, but in general starter cards for 0, and it won't even cost a market action. So the Skunk can really help you if you're lagging behind at the beginning of the game. And then when you're ready to dismiss the Skunk from your deck, you can just dismiss the Skunk. There will be also some cards that have triggered actions in the moment when they get hired. So for example, the Horse says, when hired, discard any number of cards in the market and refill. So this is gonna allow you to refresh a little bit the market. There is also the Cat, we already saw it. It has a little symbol that says this cannot be dismissed, so you are never allowed to dismiss the Cat. And it's gonna be worth 1 fame plus 1 per starting card in your dismiss cards. So counting your dismiss cards or keeping track of them can be very important for these type of abilities. There is the Lion, which is worth 3 fame plus 4 if all adjacent cards are rank 16 or lower, and the rank is this little number that is on the bottom left corner of the art. Then there is the possibility of stacking cards. The Turkey says 5 fame, stack this card on the previous placed card. So let's pretend that the Turkey was drawn right after I've drawn the Skunk. I will be able to place it here, realize it's a Turkey and it says stack this card on the previous placed card, and then I will place it on top, still keeping active the ability of the card that I had under it. So stacking cards just means that you have 2 cards active in the same slot of your 3x2 row. So this will allow you to play more than 6 cards in your grid because you're stacking cards on top of each other. That being said, of course, if the Turkey were the first card that you pull in your grid, of course you're not gonna stack it on top of anything and it's just gonna stay there, wasting the juicy ability, basically. Another card I wanted to show you is the Elephant. So let's pretend I have a snail here and then I keep flipping and I flip an elephant. The elephant says it cannot be flipped, and we're gonna talk about this mechanic because it's worth 7 fame, so it's worth a lot of fame, but it flips the previous placed card unless it also has the ability of not being able to flip. In this case, the snail can be flipped because it doesn't have any text that says it cannot be flipped. So what this does is basically flipping the card face down. This means that this card will still take a spot in the grid, but their abilities is not active anymore. So the elephant is a little bit of a gamble because it's worth a lot of fame, but it might end up flipping cards that are very much worth it. Again, if the elephant is the first card in the grid, you don't have to flip anything before it, so this is your lucky day. Now, there are also some other cards that will gain different amount of fame depending on where they get flipped. So for example, the donkey is worth 1 fame plus 5 if it is in the lower row. So if it gets flipped in the bottom 3 cards, it's gonna be worth 6. But then it says, if so, this means this card after the market phase. There are also some other cards that we will see that have more fame if they are in the central, in the top. So the position in the grid might impact how much fame you get from each card. But also there are cards like the camel that are impacted by how many copies of each card there are in the market or in other player areas. So the camel says 2 plus 2 fame if no other player or the market has more camels than you. So you want to have a big army of camels. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that the amount of copies that are in each deck is depicted here at the bottom right corner of the art. So in this case there are 2 donkeys in the deck and 5 camels. So this is something you might also want to keep in mind. And there are some wish shenanigans cards like the monkey that says if placed in the upper row, move this card to a row above. So if I'm flipping and I flip the monkey in this position, since this is the top row, this would actually go on a non-existent row here on the top, like an extra row kind of thing, and then I will just keep flipping. And that's basically how Fliptoons works, and this would be my resulting flip. So now that I showed you some examples, this is truly everything I wanted to share with you about Fliptoons. But now let's have a 2 players playthrough of Fliptoons. And here we are ready for a game of Fliptoons. Now Debora is here with me as usual.
Hi guys!
And we need to determine the first player. Odds or evens, Debora?
Events.
Evens. Okay, you got the first player this time. We're just gonna keep it there. And let's go with the first refill of the market, which we forgot to do. But we have an 8, a camel, a 17, a 25, a 12, and a 5. So they are gonna be sorted, obviously, like from the highest value to the lowest, like that. So we have already kind of a juicy market with high value stuff. So let's see what our first flip brings us. I'm gonna go. I mean, we can do it at the same time and then we can discuss the scores one by one, I suppose. Okay, so we did our first flip. I have a 0 caterpillar, then these, the dragonfly is worth 1 per unique adjacent card. So I have 3 adjacent cards that are unique. So it's gonna be 3 fame, plus 2, 5, plus 0, plus 1, 6, and the skunk is worth 0. So I have a total of 6 fame. Here, what do you have?
I have this one, and then I have 2 unique cards, so it's 2.
Yeah.
Plus 2, 4, 5.
And that's pretty much it. So you have 5 fame. 5 fame for you. And so I'm the first. No, you're the first player, so you're gonna get to buy first. And by the way, the skunk says if you have the least fame after the check fame phase, dismiss a card in your grid for 0. So you're gonna be able to dismiss a card in your grid for free, which is kind of amazing. What do you want to dismiss?
So I will dismiss the caterpillar. We will leave it here.
Off screen, yeah.
Off screen.
It's gonna be important, the cards that we dismiss, but they're gonna be off screen.
And then because I have 5, I can get this camel.
Yes, you can buy the camel.
I can buy the camel.
And that's pretty much it, because you're left with only 2 fame, with 1 fame, so you can't do much more than that. So I'm just gonna refill the market. For me, it's gonna be an alligator for 15, and I have 6 fame, so I can, for example, I could buy the dog and dismiss a caterpillar, or I could simply just buy the elephant. And I think I will just buy the elephant. The elephant didn't do me super well in the previous games, but I guess it's gonna work right now, I suppose. Okay, so we do that. I will refill the market, the 3, and then since we're playing a 2-player game, we're gonna dismiss the 2 cards. Not dismiss, but like remove the 2 cards here, and then we're gonna draw some more. It's gonna be the butterfly and another dog. This is a very...
Oh, that's powerful.
Is it though? the dog is kind of bad, but it's good because the dog says if there is at least 1 dog in the market or any other player's grid, you get 5 fame. So if you buy 1 and the other stays in the market,
it's powerful.
It can
give you points.
It's a little bit of a gamble. Okay, the first player token passes to me, and we can flip.
1, 2.
Where is my elephant? Oh no! No elephant for me. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this is 1 per adjacent that is unique. I only have 5 fame. That is not very good.
So I have 3 plus 4 because there's no other camel in the market.
And that's, yeah, the camel says if no other player or the market has more camels than you. So nobody has more.
7, and then I have 3 unique cards.
Oh my god, so it's 10.
Actually, no.
Yeah, it's 3 because
three.
it's a camel.
So it's 10 and then this one.
So you get 10 fame. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. Since I have the skunk and I have the least fame, I can dismiss a card for free. And I will do that, obviously. So I'm gonna dismiss the caterpillar. And this goes here together with my dismiss cards. And then with my 5, I could buy a dog or a butterfly. I am not very happy with the dog because usually the dog then like goes away from the market and then you're stuck. So I'm just gonna buy the butterfly, and the butterfly says when hired you may dismiss a caterpillar. So I will buy this one and I will dismiss a caterpillar, and that's pretty much it for me.
And then you refill it.
I will refill. It's a goat, your favorite card. Last time she played it and she never went on the upper row except once.
Another thing that you can have in consideration here, it says how many cards are in the deck of the same type.
So if there's 4 dogs, so these are 2 of the 4 dogs. So I don't know.
Yeah. So how many? I have 11.
No, you have 10.
10. Let me think. I can buy the dog.
And you have 7 left.
And the goat.
Okay. So yeah, you can take all of that.
And then we refill.
Yes. So it's gonna be a 7, and it's going to be a 14, and then the dog is gonna go away. See, now it's not worth anymore for you.
I know, but you never know. Maybe
never
the
know.
luck is on my side.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna come back, but it didn't come back.
A lot of butterflies.
A lot of butterflies. It's a butterfly field. The first player moves to you.
Ready?
Let's flip. I really hope you get the dog. Okay. Obviously. Aye, aye, aye. So I have the elephant. I stopped because it says flip the previous placed card unless it cannot flip. But this can flip, so I will have to flip the bee, which is not gonna count. And then I can keep flipping here. Okay, so I have a 2. Then I have a 1 play unique adjacent card, so 2, 4. 4 and 7 is 11. 11 and 2 is 13. So I'm gonna have 13 fame.
And then I have 3 because it's 3 unique cards. Plus 4, it's 7. 8.
8 because it's not in the upper row.
Exactly, and then I can dismiss.
No, I mean the dog says +5 if if there is at least one dog in the market or any other player's grid. So yeah, you're stuck with 8 fame.
Yeah.
8 fame for you, and you're first player. So you can do 2 actions in the market. So either buy 2 cards from the market, 1 from the market, or dismiss a card for 5. The caterpillar costs only 3 to dismiss, and actually you can do also the skunk because you have the least fame.
Yeah, exactly. But then if I buy this...
The skunk is for free, so you have to do it. And what do you want to dismiss with your skunk?
It's that I don't want to dismiss the dog. No, I can dismiss the caterpillar.
Okay.
And then I will get this.
Okay. And you have 1 left, so you can't do anything anymore. Okay. So we're gonna refill. It's a horse for 10. And I have 13. I love myself a cat. Always. No, not in real life. I don't like cats in real life. But I'm definitely gonna buy the cat. I have to buy the cat.
It's a powerful card.
It's my card. I love it. The cat says it's 1+1 per starting card in your dismissed cards. And I have 2 starting dismissed cards. I have 2 caterpillars. So that's gonna be it. And we move on to the next round. I'm gonna be first player this time. And we need to refill the market. So this is a 17. So the monkey and the butterfly are gonna go out. And we're gonna refill with a tiger. We didn't see the tiger in our first playthrough. What does that do? +1 per card in your dismissed cards. So it's like a cat, but more powerful. Yeah. Let's flip.
Dog.
I have my cat. Okay, so I'm just gonna move all of this up. And my elephant makes my dragonfly flip. I should have done it while flipping, but yeah. So, let's start with me. I have a 7 plus 1 plus 2 because I have two starting cards dismissed. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm gonna go to 15, fame.
I have 4 because this card says that if this card is in the open row, you get 3 plus 1, 4.
So, yeah.
5, 7 plus
And
4, 11. So
11. Okay. No, it's
over here.
you need to flip the other card. You need to flip
This one.
That's how it works. So now everybody knows how these cards work when you point at the fame. Okay, so what do I do with my 15?
But I am now the first player.
Are you?
Yeah, because you were first player last time.
No.
See?
No. We don't remember who was the first player, so we're gonna pretend it's Debora. That's fine. What do you want to do with your 11?
I will buy these two.
Okay, so buying a sheep and buying a horse. The horse says, when hired, discard any number of cards in the market and refill. Do you want to discard any cards in the market?
Yes.
Of course. Come on, come on. Discard also the butterfly. Who wants the butterfly?
Everything.
Thank you. Okay, everything. Flush down. Roaster. Oh, it's actually rooster, goat. Eagle, ostrich, and so
camel.
very low value cards. Very low value. That's not amazing. If I buy the rooster, I mean, I have to buy the rooster, don't I?
The thing with the rooster is that if you have more cards with low value, it will give you a lot of points.
Yeah, I think that of all of these cards here, I need to buy either I buy the rooster or I dismiss 2 cards basically. So, but then I'm left with only 5 cards in my deck. So I'm gonna buy the rooster for 15, and that's gonna be it, I suppose. But yeah, now we refill the market. So it's gonna be an 8. So the 1 and an 8 goes out. The 8 is the highest value card. Can you believe that? We have the snake 11 and the lion 16. And now we move the first player to me. We need to remember that we did this. And let's go. I'm gonna flip my B because of my elephant. And I have 1 plus 2, so 3 for my cat, 4, 5, 6 for my dragonfly, 6 and 7, 13, and I go once again to 15 fame. There we go. What do you have?
I have 1, 3, because again the goat is there, so it's 7, 11,
15.
Nay, because we have a camel in the market.
But it says if no other player on the market has more camels than you.
So 15,
16.
16.
So you have more fame than me this time. Okay. It's that, yeah, it's like that. So 16 fame. So I can use my skunk to dismiss a card, and I think I will dismiss the. I think I'm gonna dismiss the dragonfly, I suppose. No, but the dragonfly can work. I'm gonna dismiss the skunk. I'm gonna dismiss the skunk, and I'm gonna buy the lion for my 15. Oh, the skunk goes in my dismissed, and it's gonna power up my cat. So yeah, that was it. But maybe you get something good. The turkey! No, it's so good.
Stack this card on the previous place card. I will get this.
Yeah, you can stack cards in this game, which is actually a very good thing. You had 16, so you're left with nothing else, so you can just take all the cards back. We refill the market, it's a 9, which means the snake and the eagle go out of the game. And now we're gonna have another camel. Now the the camels are bad.
The camels are bad as well.
Now the camels are bad. You're not doing great with this kind of cards, that says when you have more, when you have less.
No.
Okay, the first player goes to you. Ready to flip?
Yeah.
Let's flip it. I love my cat, is always there.
No.
Oh, but that gets stacked on top of your camel, so you just... no, the camel still counts, so when you stack cards, you can do something like this. So the camel still counts, but you actually get another card on top of it. Okay, so my elephant makes the lion flip, which is horrible. Horrible. That would have been worth 7. Thanks, elephant. So I have a 1 plus 3 because I have 3 dismissed cards. So 4, 5, 6. This doesn't count because it's flipped. 13, and then 14, 15, 16, 17. Actually, this doesn't count. So it's actually 16, 17, 18. I'm at 18 fame because the rooster says 0 plus 1 per card ranked 13 or lower. What do you have?
So I have 2 plus 5 plus 2 because now there's more camels in the market.
Yeah. So we're at 9.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
And 15 because the stacked
15.
cards... Yeah,
15.
So you go to 15. Now I think we can place your fame here. Since you left a little bit more space there. And your first player. So what are you gonna do with your 15? Not an amazing market, huh? I will tell you. You can also choose not to buy anything at that point, but...
I guess I will risk it and then I will buy the rabbit.
Okay.
In case there's another.
And then we flip and another rabbit. Which I suppose I should actually buy the rabbit because the rabbit says stack this card on top of the first rabbit or face down card in your grid, and since my elephant flips cards face down, maybe my rabbit can work in that case. All the other cards are bad. I have 18, so I can both buy... Oh no, I cannot dismiss if I buy a rabbit. Do I want to do that, or do I just want to dismiss 2 cards? I'm gonna buy the rabbit. I'm gonna buy the rabbit. We'll see.
Gonna risk it.
Yeah, we'll see. Dismissing cards would be good for my cat though. But anyways, let's refill the market. It's a 24, which is gonna go away. We never saw the bear.
No.
1 plus 1 per face-up card in your grid.
Oh, that's powerful.
That's basically a 7 all the time. Ostrich and elephant.
Oh.
And we move the first player. And let's reshuffle. Now my deck is a little bit too big right now, so let's split.
You ready?
My cat is always the first card.
Oh, nay, I'm getting the camel.
Okay, this is terrible because my elephant is making my cat flip.
So you have
unbelievable.
-3 points.
It's actually 4 because that unbelievable. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, but this is 7 because all adjacent cards are ranked lower 16. So what did I say? 9, 10, 11, 12, 19.
19.
19 fame for me.
And I get 2 plus 1 is 3. 4, 5, 6.
No, this doesn't count. So it's 5.
5.
6 and 4, 10.
10. But then I want to...
I'm the first player. That should flip because you go to 10, right? So you need to look at what the arrow is pointing at. What do I have? 19. Honestly, I'm just gonna buy... Should I just dismiss 2 cards? I'm just gonna dismiss the snail and the bee. And that's gonna be it. I honestly don't like most of the cards that are there, so be it. And that's my turn.
And I'm also gonna dismiss the skunk and the camel.
You actually have a free dismiss with the skunk.
So I will dismiss this one.
Okay, the skunk is gonna... What do you want to dismiss with the skunk power? You
The
want
camel.
to dismiss... Okay, okay. And now you have 2 market actions. So you can either dismiss cards for 5
buy.
each, or you can buy something. But
I have 10.
I mean, if you dismiss this... Why did you dismiss the camel that is worth 2? When you have, for example, the bee that is always worth 1,
true.
right?
So I can dismiss...
Theoretically, you can dismiss 3 cards if you wanted to this round, because if you want to use all your market action to dismiss, you have 10, which is enough to dismiss 2 cards.
No, but can I dismiss 1 and then buy 1?
If you want to buy something, yes.
Yeah, so I dismiss this one.
With the skunk, okay.
With the skunk.
And now you have 2 market actions.
And then I can buy... I have 10.
Okay. And if you want, you can also dismiss for 5, remember?
Yeah. So I buy this.
Yeah?
Can I dismiss this one from the market?
No. Dismiss the skunk. At this point, it's too late, no?
Yeah, that's it.
I guess. Okay, so this is gonna refill. Oh, 19.
That's nice.
But that's gonna go away together with the
Oh,
camel.
no.
And what do we have? 2, the eagle. And another cat!
That's a powerful.
Yeah. You're gonna get first player, so if you get to at least 15, you're gonna be able to buy the cat.
Let's see.
I hope it doesn't get flipped again. Let's flippity flip.
I can stack this one here.
Yes.
No, it was in the middle for the first time.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, at least my elephant is not flipping anybody today.
Then on the previous, this one here.
Yes, so this is stuck so the ostrich is stuck the next reveal card on this card, and the turkey is stuck this card on the previous card reveal. So you're gonna have a very big turn, potentially. So we'll see. I'm gonna start with me. I have 2. Then this is +1 per card, 13 or lower, so it's only 4. So it is 2 and 4, 6, 7, +5 per starting card dismissed. It is 12, I think. 12 and 3, 15, 17. 17 plus 7 is
24.
24. So we're ramping up a little bit, because all the cards are length 16 or lower.
So I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1, 3.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
7,
8.
8 and 4, 12.
12. 17.
12 and 5, 17. Okay, what are you gonna do with your 17?
Of course I'm gonna buy the cat.
But that's the only thing you can do, because you don't have anything more. So let's flip a new card in the market. It's another ostrich. And I honestly hate all of this. I'm gonna buy the ostrich, I think. And I'm gonna dismiss the butterfly, I think. Yeah,
so
that's what I'm going to do.
5 feet, 3 plus 5, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely like I have way more.
A lot,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So let's see what happens to this market. Come on, can we spice it up? No, stupid dog.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, because now it helps you, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This one
13. Oh yeah, sorry. These 2 get dismissed. You're right. And then this is a 13, and then a 19, the peacock, the one that we had to discard before, which says 5, and then when hired, gain 2 fame and take a bonus market action. So
That's
that could
good.
be, yeah, that could be good now. I am first player now. And yeah.
Ready?
No, I need to shuffle. Flip. Okay, stack the next card on the ostrich. So I'm gonna stack. Oh, the goat is working for you.
Not the sheep. Ah, here.
Wait, did I forgot to shuffle a card in. I have to reflip
Stack
everything.
the next.
Unbelievable.
I cannot stack the next because it's
No.
the last card.
That's unfortunate.
Exactly.
Okay, let me try to reflip again. Oh, flip the
elephant.
previous place. Nice. This is the best placement for the elephant because it's not gonna flip anything. So the ostrich says stack the next reveal card on this card, but this says stack this card on top of the first rabbit or face down card in your grid if possible, but it's not possible, so it's just gonna stack on the ostrich. Then we have the cat, the lion, the dragonfly, and the rooster.
Good cards.
It's very good, I think. I have a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 and 7,
24.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28 with the dragonfly, and then 29, 30, 31,
32.
32. So I have 32, which is gonna trigger the end of the game, and we need to see who gets the critic's choice. If she is over 32, she's gonna get it, otherwise I'm gonna get it. And then we need to have one last flip.
So 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 1, 5,
10,
10,
10 and 5, 15,
15, 16.
16. So I'm gonna get the critic's choice because I got to 32. So my next turn I'm gonna have a +3 flame and it's going to be the last flip. So I triggered the end of the game. I'm also gonna pass this to you because you're gonna be first player next turn, not that it matters. And now 32, I think with 32 I have to buy the peacock, and this is gonna give me 5 points, 2 plus fame, and also another market action. So I will dismiss the dragonfly and I will dismiss the rabbit, I think, from my deck. So I know what is going to be. Or do I want to dismiss?
The rabbit is 3 points.
Yeah, but the ostrich always stacks. The problem is that I don't know if I want to dismiss the elephant because then I'm afraid it's gonna flip one of my very valuable cards, right?
It can flip the cat, for example, and you have a lot of
So I think I'm gonna
dismiss cards.
But it's worth 7 in the end. But it might be worth basically 0. I'm gonna dismiss the elephant and the dragonfly. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if it's a good move, but that's the move I'm doing.
But can you please?
I will reveal. You're right. You're absolutely
it.
right. A rabbit.
Hey, shall I risk it?
But you also have the rooster because you have cards all that are below 13. So the rooster for you is gonna be 6.
I think I will buy the rooster.
Yeah.
And then I have no other left.
You don't have any more. So we're gonna refill for the last time. Oh, the pig! I want to show you the pig. It says when hired or dismissed, place this card in any deck. So you basically buy the pig to give it to one of your opponents because it's gonna be worth -1 fame, and it also clogs one spot. So that's a good card. But then you can get rid of it. You can dismiss it, but when you dismiss it, you can add it to any player's deck.
Now
so
it's gonna be dismissed.
Oh no, it's just gonna be discarded from the market.
Exactly.
It's not, okay, yeah. I mean, but it's also like the last flip, so the market right now, it's just to show you more cards. Yeah, I've never seen the bulk.
More cards in your grid are face down. That is good, a good combo with the elephant.
With the elephant, yeah. Are you ready for the last flip?
Let's do it.
Let's go. I don't even have 6 cards.
Can I stack like this? Yeah.
So what's happening here? Stack the next reveal card on this card, then this. Absolutely. Yeah. Look at this huge stack here. And then
the rooster.
Yeah, I think we can, I don't know, place the rooster. Yeah, like that. Okay. So let's count up my fame. How famous I am. 5, 8. Oh, this is not worth that much anymore because this is 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, and oh, this was a big risk because if all adjacent cards are ranked 16 or lower and I had the peacock, but it's working, so it's 26, I think.
Yes.
26 plus 3 for the critic's choice, I go to
29.
So worse than I did last round. So whoever triggers the last flip and triggers the end of the game doesn't mean that they're gonna win necessarily, depending on the flip. So what do you have?
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This doesn't count, so it's 4.
4 plus 10 is 14, 14, 17, 19,
19.
19 plus
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 26 plus 0. So you're actually at 26. I really needed the critic's choice, huh? Because otherwise
if not,
you need to flip the other one. Yes, like that. Without the critic's choice, we would have tied. And if you tie in this game, you just redo the final flip until you actually don't tie anymore.
So it was again tie.
Yeah, it was a tie, and my critic's choice helped me get the victory in this game.
Made the difference.
Made the difference, made the difference. This little froggy with the Italian hand is doing like this. Not really. But yeah, this was Fliptoons. It's mostly like fun, kind of like random tableau deck builder, and it's like a very silly game. It's not like the most strategic of games, but I think it's very fun for like as a filler game.
Yeah, when you can play this one after you have played like a really heavy game or so.
And just like as a, you know, the end of the night
exactly,
kind of game.
like the dessert.
Exactly.
The cherry
on top.
But thank you guys again for watching.
Yeah, thank you. This was Fliptoons. So this was all. This was Fliptoons. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I want to remind you that if you liked the video and I was able to entertain you enough, you can always leave a like and subscribe to my channel. There's also gonna be ways to support me through Patreon, Ko-fi, or through the YouTube membership in the description below. Thank you so much if you decided to do so. There's also tons of playthroughs on my channel, so feel free to browse that. And I hope to see you in one of the next videos. But until then, ciao ciao!